Cincinnati Bengals secure future with massive deals for Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. In a bold move that cements their commitment to an elite offensive strategy, the Cincinnati Bengals have agreed to lucrative contract extensions with their star wide receivers, Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. The deals, which amount to over $275 million combined, ensure that quarterback Joe Burrow will have his top weapons for the foreseeable future. Chase's 4-year, $161 million contract makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history, while Higgins' 4-year, $115 million deal solidifies his role as the team's WR2, a strategic investment in offensive firepower. The Bengals' decision to secure Chase and Higgins with massive contracts reflects their all-in approach to offensive dominance. Chase, who set franchise records last season, has proven himself as one of the most dynamic playmakers in the league. His chemistry with Burrow, dating back to their LSU days, has been a cornerstone of Cincinnati's offensive success. Higgins, despite battling injuries last season, has consistently demonstrated his ability to make critical plays and serve as a reliable second option. The financial commitment to these two receivers signals a strategic shift in the team's philosophy. Rather than spreading resources across both sides of the ball, Cincinnati is doubling down on its offensive strengths, likely betting on Burrow's ability to outscore opponents rather than relying on a dominant defense. The impact on Joe Burrow and the Bengals' offense. For Joe Burrow, this move represents a huge win. The franchise quarterback has been vocal about the importance of retaining his key weapons, and the Bengals' front office responded decisively. With Chase and Higgins locked in, Cincinnati boasts one of the league's most explosive receiving duos, ensuring that Burrow has the necessary tools to compete at the highest level. However, this aggressive investment in the receiving core does come with trade-offs. The Bengals now have limited financial flexibility to bolster other areas, particularly their struggling defense. The departure of key defensive pieces, including Sam Hubbard and the likely exit of Trey Hendrickson, raises concerns about the team's ability to stop high-powered offenses. While Burrow and company are expected to put up massive numbers, the question remains, can they win shootouts consistently? The salary cap and its implications. The economics of these deals highlight a broader trend in the NFL, teams prioritizing elite offensive playmakers over traditional defensive investments. With Chase and Higgins commanding nearly $70 million per year combined, the Bengals must be strategic in managing their salary cap. The draft will play a crucial role in supplementing their roster, as they will need to find cost-effective solutions to fill defensive gaps. Free agency, however, will be challenging given their limited remaining cap space. As the Bengals move forward, their success will hinge on their ability to maximize the offensive potential of their star trio, Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, while finding creative ways to compensate for a potentially weakened defense. This high-risk, high-reward strategy could either propel them into perennial Super Bowl contention or expose vulnerabilities that opposing teams will look to exploit. Future outlook: can the Bengals achieve balance? While Cincinnati has placed its chips on offensive firepower, the biggest challenge ahead will be maintaining a competitive balance across the roster. The departure of top defensive talent puts significant pressure on the front office to draft wisely and make savvy free agency acquisitions. Relying solely on offensive output to win games is a precarious approach, especially in a league where defensive prowess often determines playoff success. One potential strategy the Bengals may pursue is acquiring cost-effective veterans who can provide stability on the defensive side of the ball. While they won't be able to afford high-priced free agents, there may be opportunities to sign experienced players willing to take team-friendly deals for a shot at a championship run. The coaching staff will also need to develop younger players quickly, ensuring that the defense can at least hold its own in critical moments. The pressure on Joe Burrow. With these massive contracts in place, the spotlight is now firmly on Joe Burrow. As one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the league, Burrow will be expected to elevate his game to new heights. The added pressure of carrying an offense with minimal defensive support means that his performances must be consistently elite. While he has shown the ability to rise to the occasion, the Bengals must also ensure he remains protected. Offensive line depth will be another crucial area to address. Conclusion: a defining moment for Cincinnati. The Bengals' decision to secure Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins with historic contracts is a bold statement of intent. It solidifies their commitment to an offensive-first philosophy, betting on their dynamic playmakers to lead them to success. However, the path forward is fraught with challenges. Balancing the salary cap, addressing defensive concerns, and managing expectations will all play a role in determining whether this strategy leads to a Super Bowl or leaves them vulnerable in a highly competitive AFC. For now, Bengals fans can celebrate the fact that their franchise has locked in two of the most electrifying receivers in the game. But as the season unfolds, all eyes will be on how Cincinnati navigates the obstacles ahead. Will this offensive juggernaut overpower opponents, or will the lack of defensive reinforcements come back to haunt them? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the Bengals are making a bet that could redefine their future.